You have to just start it, play and start the game normally. You have to just press assign buttons 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and it happens. The cheat, we don't have to type the cheat and enter.
There is an external software which hacks the coding system and it makes the thing happen which cheat code does. Same.
Actually, I am not aware of this thing, so I don't think I will be able to comment on this. But yeah, got the point, right? About the cheat codes. Yeah. Any more questions?
So, what is the future of game design in India and in all India?
So, that is actually a very difficult question to answer. It depends upon, like, game design is a very great field. I mean, it has, even if you look at the West, it has also passed film industry in terms of revenue and all. In case of in India, it is growing up right now. So I can't really comment that this is the time when game design is going to be a big thing.
How many industries are working in India?
How many?
Industry working in this field.
So there are very few companies, right, in who is doing game design. Most of the companies that is there in India is mostly doing outsourcing work. They create assets.
Okay, the answer out here can be a bit different. I would actually throw a question at Rohit. Rohit, why did we come back from?
Yes, that is one of the reasons that I wanted, because there is no such thing as game industry in India. So I wanted to be a part of it to make it grow. I think like our company has a lot of potential. I think the experience that I have, I think we can really do something. That is one of the reasons that I wanted to come back to India to start this big.
As compared to doing this game designer from this field, is that possible to do same job to all the game designers in India?
I mean, it is actually a chicken and egg problem kind of thing, right? First, you need to train them to be able to make them, right? I mean, if nobody has a training right now in game design, they just can't design game. I mean, they'll think that they have designed a very good game, but they'll miss small points that are there in professional games. That is the education. So that is one of the reasons that I am very much actively involved with Idea Animations to design their game design course. So that, and it is a very, it is not a very matured field, but it is growing at a very fast pace. Game designers are something who are highly paid. I mean, one of the most paid guys in the industry, in the West of course. If you have multiple experiences, I mean multiple skills, like game designing and art, game designing and engineering, it is like a gold mine, like jackpot, if you are able to design good games. So I think game designing is picking up in India, but it's still at a very nascent stage.
To continue to that answer, the reason why we are focusing so much upon upgrading from just creating assets. India is famous at this moment for creating assets. They are providing third-party services to big game companies like Ubisoft, EA, but then things have changed. For example, now we have Ubisoft Pune. We've got EA sitting in a couple of places, Bombay, Hyderabad and all these places. Okay, we have the big game companies coming out to here. The time when basically that happens, that means they are looking to start making games. For example, I don't know if you people are aware, because it is not big news at the moment, but Ubisoft Pune released 100 all-time favorite games for Nintendo Wii. It was the first time, anybody has played a Wii out here? Okay, it was the first time basically that has happened. At Fiki Frames in Mumbai, it was, that game was basically given the Jury Award. It sold 85,000 copies. Now that is not a small thing. Okay, in India nobody buys 85,000 copies. Okay, it went and sold. That game was made out over here. Rohit's game has been downloaded close to 1.5 lakh times on iPhone. Okay, now why I threw the question back at Rohit was simple reason. When there is nothing, you have more opportunities to basically come at the very start of when the thing is happening. It has to happen. India has got a huge crowd. It's just a matter of time.
And
Okay.
Indians love playing games. There's so many, I mean, there are a lot of people in this class that because they're interested in game design. There are a lot of gamers out there who even don't know about the game, but they love playing it.
Yeah, the problem is awareness. What he said is
Yeah.
right. People are not aware. Means I was actually wondering, are you guys going to connect to MDA and all this stuff? Because frankly, it is a totally new subject. But these are things based upon which the gamers in EA and all are able to make that kind of games. Okay, if those things don't come out to here, how are our guys going to learn how to make good games? For example, I'll give you an example. We didn't have Rohit around that time, and we went out and made a board game. Okay, because we knew we have to make a game. It can't be that you make 3D stuff, 3D models, 2D characters. So we went out and made a board game. But it was only when he came into the picture, we realized, okay, we use common sense because that was the term I was telling him. See, because we don't know much about, but I played lots of games when I was a kid, and these guys play lots of games, and together we use common sense way to make a game. Okay, and when he played it, he saw the promise, but he said, okay, there are many areas which needs to be corrected. And one of the things was the starting thing, that too many features were there, too many concepts were there. And what we did was, using MDA, everybody thinks, you know, MDA अभी इसको पढ़ने के लिए 1 बरस लगेगा, whatever. 2 weeks. It just took 2 weeks for him to basically 2 days to talk to these guys, and 2 weeks to basically practice it out with other games, analyze games, then realize, okay, what is what, and then he started with FADT, and that basically took 2 days, and then now they are working on that part of things. So the way it sounds and the way basically it gets implemented is very different. Obviously it doesn't mean it's very easy. Okay, making a game is not a joke. Okay, people think that it is about using Maya and Max and Photoshop. It isn't. It's just a matter of basically understanding some of these things like what Rohit mentioned out here, and that is how we intend to basically progress game design in Pune. Because if this doesn't come, then it's always going to be a Maya and Max based thing, which is making assets. But then, as we know, making assets is not making a game. It is just making one piece of a game, and it's not exactly the most important piece. Yes, it has its importance, but it's not the most important piece.
Sir, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one is, when we decide our fields, okay, we know that
May come again?
when we are deciding our career paths and the stuff, we know that, okay, I'm good at mathematics, so I should go in for some programming stuff, or I'm good at computers, I should go for programming. Such kind of things. So it's one thing is it's the knowledge that you have, or the understanding that you have, and the interest that you have in the particular field. That is how you decide the particular path, the career path. So knowledge is like, I know, okay, this is the thing. So when I'm deciding, if I want to decide that, okay, I need to go to game design. So what are the things that I need to consider? Like, now these are the things we have checked out in D and FADT. Okay, but like if everyone could have used it and can make games, then it would have been a different story. So it's not the case. How should we decide? I am right. I am deciding the right career path, choosing game design.
So, okay, so there is an interesting trend that is